for you of what surgery would look like is that it typically is an open surgery, meaning an up and down cut on your belly,
Okay.
okay? Always involves a hysterectomy, meaning removal of your uterus or cervix, both tubes and ovaries. It always involves removal of the omentum, that's that fatty pad of tissue where the tumor likes to stick to. And sometimes it involves removal of portions of your bowel. Sometimes it involves removal of your appendix or your gallbladder. Basically, wherever the cancer has gone is
Right.
what we do in order to clear you completely of everything that I can see that looks like cancer.
Okay.
Okay? So these can be big surgeries depending on what we need to do, but in general, we can get women through them very well and then kind of get you healed, recovered in time to do some more chemotherapy after the surgery.
Okay.
Okay? I work together with one of our medical oncologists who I think you're meeting with next, Dr.
Yes.
Aberwal.
Mm.
And so she'll talk to you in detail about what the chemotherapy is, the regimen, and kind of everything that goes along with that.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm.
The other piece of this that we always recommend is genetic testing. I know you've had some already, but basically there's two types of genetic testing. First is of the tumor itself, and that's the kind that looks like you've had, and we have those results in the computer, where we look to see if there's any changes within the tumor that would change the treatment options for you. The other type is of your blood, where we look to see if there's any mutations in your blood that you could have inherited that could have put you at increased risk for this cancer, or that you could then pass on to your family members.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we usually recommend doing both of those, and we can kind of get that process started for you.
Okay.
Okay. And you know, the other thing that I always talk about is kind of how long does all of this take, and kind of what's the goal of all of this, okay? In a situation like yours where we've seen the cancer spread but kind of be within the belly, the goal of all of this is to hopefully cure you of the cancer, okay? Meaning that we do all this, we do the chemo, we do the surgery, we do more chemo, and hopefully that this doesn't come back again in the future,
Right.
okay? In any case, there will always be a risk of it coming back.
Understood.
And so what we'll talk about after we finish all of this is how we watch closely for any evidence of this coming back,
Okay.
okay?